It was 32 degrees when I left the car, and I had a long hike ahead of me. I was carrying everything for a night on the mountain, hoping that the morning would bring some good light for photography. After several hours in the heat, it felt pretty good to finally take the pack off. I had the whole evening ahead of me, and for now, there was nowhere else I needed to be. As the sun started to getting lower, I began looking for compositions. The landscape was beautiful, but I was still waiting for that little bit extra light and color that can turn a good scene into a photograph. Welcome to another video. I'm wall camping in a small mountain not that far away from where I live. Found this nice kind of bumps in the ground here. Beautiful greens. And if you get some sunset colors in the background here, it will be really nice. And it's not that spectacular landscapes in this area, but I hope to do some landscape photography still. So we'll see how the conditions turns out tomorrow morning. I really think this is a nice composition. Gonna try it now in at sunset. It's almost blue hour, and I think this is gonna work tomorrow too, because the sunrise is kind of behind me to the left. So if there's clouds in the south or east, right down there, and if those clouds are lit up from behind, I think this is gonna be great. Maybe we'll get the light on these rocks in the foreground too. Oh, really looking forward to it. When I looked at the forecast for tonight, it was actually forecasted all blue skies, no clouds at all. But it actually got quite nice. There's some clouds, high clouds, in the west and towards the south. It's not any clouds, but it's already gone into that kind of bluish tones. So I hope for even better condition for sunrise. It's forecasted about 70 to 80% high clouds. So that can be really something. Now it's about 10, so I think I'm gonna have some food and pack it in quite early, so I'm ready tomorrow morning for about 3:30 for sunrise. I really hope this is gonna be fantastic. This composition too is looking better. It's some pinks in the clouds now. Fantastic. The evening had given me some beautiful light, but tomorrow morning was what I was really hoping for. So with the camera ready, I went to bed and hoped the forecast would be right. Now we got this really golden light on the rocks and on the landscapes. It came a bit too late to get it in combination with that sunrise sky and clouds, but it's looking really beautiful still. So I'm gonna try and do some more golden hour photos. Not sure if I'm gonna have the light from the sun in the background. It's a bit harsh and a bit too high contrast. Maybe I'll try. So I'm gonna try the same composition as last night, with the sun in the middle of the frame. So I'm not sure, it's a very high dynamic shot, so I'm gonna exposure bracket the scene to have all those dark foreground, a bit lighter, and the sun, which is now 30 minutes past sunrise. Have to lower that light so we don't overexpose the background and the light in the background. I'm trying this scene, landscape orientation. It's much easier when you're shooting away from the direct sunlight, because then you don't have to exposure bracket the scene. So now I can take 1 or 2 frames, only get the whole scene in focus, and I don't have to exposure bracket in addition. This golden light right now is looking beautiful. This was the light I've been waiting for. The hike, the heat, and the carrying of all that gear suddenly felt pretty insignificant. It was a beautiful sunrise, but I still felt like something was missing. The light was there, but without any dramatic mountains or a strong background, I struggled to find a composition that really stood out. Sometimes you get the light you're hoping for, but not the landscape you need to make the photograph work. So it's time to hike back. It's about 2 hours to hike, and it's super hot. But this kind of strong winds helps a bit. This is the only water I got left, so I got to use it carefully. I'm gonna hike over that ridgeline there and down into the valley on the other side. And it's not any streams or rivers or water before I get pretty close to where I parked the car. It's a stream running down in that valley, but I don't want to go down there. It's about 1 or 2 kilometers. The rucksack is a bit lighter because of all the water I brought here. That's nice.